And I'm like, yeah, you can do lewd, but it's like whatever.
Well, I remember seeing this meme a bunch, and now I'm kind of liking where it's going.
Oh yeah, like I love the fact like depending on what the character is, you get to define that character through traits. You know, like so Bowser gets to be a strong girl, and like in the art that I like.
I like seeing her more as like the shy one.
Oh, see, they started doing the King Boo. So like they did a pairing because it's Mario and Bowser, and then it's you think Luigi's Mansion and the King Boo, and so now that they have the shy girl Boo sneaking up on Luigi, so this dude's doing like he does real bishi guys, which is like the Japanese style of making really pretty guys.
Oh, okay.
On top of like
I understand. Okay, read this out loud.
I mean, you can if you want.
I'm like you picked a guy that's illiterate by fucking nature to read this out loud.
Hey
okay.
Man, you gotta practice.
All I wanted was to admire you from a distance. Are you really okay with someone like me? I wouldn't have pulled you out of there otherwise. You have more faith in yourself.
I'm just like I saw that comic and I'm like, man. You know what? I want to be the fucking King Boo turned into a girl. Ha! Gay! Cuz look at that beastie ass fucking Luigi. Do you see his collarbones?
Yeah.
I don't know if you like collarbones, but hey, collarbones are fun to play with.
Something about like I still don't want to get fucked as a guy. You know?
I mean, I don't want to get fucked as a guy, but if as a girl, would I want to get fucked? You know,
that's
the question. You know, it's like
it's not off the table. Let's put it that way. It's off the table.
Here's a test. Since you have a girlfriend and I don't, why don't you go to your girlfriend and be like, "Hey, how does it feel to be fucked?" That's a terrible thing to do.
Oh man. So oh my god. So welcome back to the Scumbag and fucking Scumbag show where we're both scumbags
we're
today.
Both scumbags. Something about feminism, I don't fucking know.
So it's your host as always, Tim, with my buddy Max. So what's going on, Max?
It's
it's a Bowsette kind of week.
It's another day. It's an amazing flash in the pan kind of like. So a guy whose Twitter handle is AYKK99. I think I'm getting that wrong, but I'm out of it. I can't check that. So a guy made a little flash in the pan comic about like Luigi and Peach playing Mario Tennis.
Okay.
Right? Oh no. Okay. I'm getting this all confused because there's so many pictures going around right now.
and you're pretty deep.
And I'm pretty deep.
Yeah,
but okay.
We did some drinking before this.
So Mario and Bowser at the very end of the latest Mario game both get denied by Peach. And in one of the most recent Mario games, there's a mushroom that turns you into a female version or into a Peach version, really.
Yeah,
so
because it's on a crown, right?
Yeah, it's a crown. It's a mushroom. You pick it up and you're like, oh, suddenly you're Peach. And then you get to play as Peach in that game, which is, I think, Super Mario Brothers. What the hell's the Switch? Is out right now.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual edition is.
Yeah, so
it was so much easier when they numbered them, like Super Mario 1, 2,
right?
3,
No.
64.
Now they just name it after the system. So it's like, okay, Super Mario Brothers Switch lets you turn into a Peach and play the game that way, which is supposedly an easy mode or something like that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it because all the guys, like all the Koopas hit on you?
Yeah, that's it. And they just carry you to the end.
Ah, all right.
You get carried by a bunch of dudes.
And then you got to hit them with the old, it's not like I wanted to get to the end of the game anyways. Baka.
Yeah. So anyway, a dude drew a comic where Bowser and Mario, after being rejected by Peach, Bowser decides, well, I'll be the girl this time, you know? And you know what? This might be some social justice bullshit. You know, this might be some trans promoting bullshit. I don't know. But all I know is that it gives me a bunch of muscle girl Bowsers.
I also like the part where Nintendo's adding it to the game now. They actually are adding it to the game.
You saw that tweet, but you didn't look close enough because you're illiterate.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was posted by Nirtendo, Nirtendo. So there's a fake account called Nirtendo with the lowercase r. It looks like an N.
I don't know how to read.
You got taken in by that too. Don't worry, you're not the only one.
I'm sure other people got taken in by this. I can't be the only one.
Oh,
right?
no,
I'm not that
please.
stupid.
You're on the internet. Fucking, there's stupider people out there.
Thank God, because it used to just be like back in the day when you thought you were stupid, you thought you were the only one. Now the internet's kind of like, oh, everybody's stupid.
Thank God I'm not the only one.
Yeah, like the guy that one of my favorites is the one from 4chan where the kid deleted System 32.
Oh, Jesus.
And he like fucked up his whole dad's computer.
Yeah, it's like my dad is so mad at me now. I'm posting it from my phone. No, I seen that one.
Yeah, that one's old school, but I love it so much.
But yeah, there's a bunch of fake accounts for like big businesses everywhere. So,
Yeah.
but actually that account got suspended yesterday.
So
there's no more of that. But anyway, Bowsette is the hugest thing. My idea of why it's so big is because it's breaking a lot of artist block for a lot of people, because they can so the way to break out of artist block for a lot of people is to draw a character that's already made, so it's like, oh well, I can't draw what I want to make, so let me draw what I know already. Let me draw Link, let me draw Mario, let me draw Bowser as I know they are.
Yeah.
But this is saying, okay, now draw the character that you know with the traits that you like out of them as X, and in this case it's a female, so it's like, okay, draw Bowser as a girl. And that helps a lot with people that have artist block. It's like having writer's block. You just write whatever the hell comes to mind until you come up with a story.
Some of the memes I love is like the Love Live memes that go with this, because like it's the same crown, but it's all of the things that are associated with the girls from Love Live. One of the girls her name is Umi,
yeah,
which means ocean in Japanese.
Okay.
Or like it means ocean in anime.
Yeah.
So they did ocean plus the crown, and you got the girl, and I was like, oh, great.
Okay, that's cool.
And then one of the girls is Kotori, which means little bird in anime. So they had little bird plus crown, got the girl, and I was like,
nice.
Oh, I like this. This is cute.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a way for a lot of artists to work out artist block. So it's like you're gonna get a whole crap ton of this on your Twitter feeds and whatnot.
For a while, I've been getting nothing but this.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, I love it because it's like I have a lot of artists that I follow. Specifically, my favorite is there's an artist, I believe he's Korean, but Waero, Waero, and he draws a lot of smut.
LMNOP.
Hey man, fucking. What
You're too drunk to know.
No, it's what's your Twitter handle, man?
Fuck you.
What handle did you pick in Halo? All right, because I was assassin,
Yeah,
ASSASSIN.
Yeah,
so it's
I always drafted you first on my Scrabble team because I'm like
I use the most letters.
I fucking hate it. Okay, so quick side jag.
That's
it
what
doesn't
we're all
happen.
about.
It doesn't happen often, but every so often somebody's gonna ask me to spell something out in the real world, and I'm like, you picked the wrong fucking guy. I'm bottom fucking 1 percentile of like people you want to draft on your spelling team.
Hey man, I know my Scrabble. Q is worth a lot, so I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna get you the most points. Don't you worry.
There's no Q in cake. Oh, there is
now.
There
is now. There is if you want 21 points. Oh,
fuck them. All right.
Yeah, good times. Welcome to the Bowsette podcast.
Yeah, I love the Bowsette meme. You're right. I like seeing a lot of the original artist interpretation of this.
Yeah.
And it blew up fucking Instagram and Twitter all over the place.
And the guy that made the original comic had like 40 followers beforehand, and now he's sitting at like 20,000 or something like that. So fucking good for him.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like as a creative person, like I'm not creative myself. Like I never went down that avenue, but I thought about it, and I'm like, I had that little mode where I'm like, oh man, I want to start thinking about my own music or something, I want to start playing the guitar, and then I find out I suck at guitar. But I'm like, for that small moment, I was in the artist mindset, and I'm like, how do you handle that pressure of having, he is following some of the Japanese artists for like anime and stuff that he loves. Like he's following these people, and then they follow him back because they got, inspired by his idea, by this little stupid comic that he made. So now these like full blown animators and whatnot are drawing pictures of it. And so what
awesome.
do you do?
It's so awesome.
It's like, imagine being a garage band and then 9 Inch Nails or friggin' Trent Reznor follows you.
Oh, this is the guy, the author that I've been listening to again, Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah.
He's talking about like his first embrace where he felt famous is when other people that he respected were quoting Fight Club with, well, the first rule of whatever is not to talk about it. And he's just like, wow, I can't believe I inspired so many people that even I look up to.
Yeah, it's like I get so big. And it's like, yeah, it might be a flash in the pan for them, but it's like, it's that pressure of where do I take this? You know, what do I do? I now have this power, you know, to direct myself in a direction. You know, it's like if you walked into a job and the manager that was interviewing you said, what position do you want? Because we will give you anything, you know? It's like, what the fuck do you say? Do you shoot for the stars? Do you say, I want to be CEO? You know, are they going to give you that?
No.
It's maybe.
I mean, like, he could be lead designer for the next fucking Mario game or whatever.
Yeah, you know, it's like, can he get his stuff licensed to Nintendo and then he gets royalties because they use, you know, Bowsette?
Oh, I think that would be a hit.
I'm like, she's so okay. So another side jag for that is Nintendo stocks went up 2%. You know, or like it went from like 4.1 to 6 something or something like that. I'm misquoting this, but it jumped. Like there was a jump in Nintendo stocks because Bowsette is trending so hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, if Nintendo's smart or at least wants to cut this guy in, it doesn't even need to be like a big percentage.
Oh yeah,
they just need to cut him in enough to where it's like, oh, we could have this character as a DLC for Smash.
Oh man, fucking sold.
Yeah, because
right?
like Smash is already being prolific enough and people are already talking about it. It's like, well, just fucking add this character in as DLC because people will buy the DLC.
Like, as much as I love real fighting games, like, because I don't think Smash is a real fighting
I don't
game.
Think so either.
It's a party game and it's a fun game, but it's not a fighting game in my eyes. But it also pulls in more numbers than any other fighting game out there. So it's like, okay, so if they were smart, they would add it to Smash. First of all, like, okay, give Bowser, you know, costume 3 where it's Bowsette. Fine. You know what? Cut him in on the deal because it's his idea, but it's your original character. Okay, cool. You know, just be synergistic. And I feel like the people that run Smash would do that because have you seen that roster? It's like everybody is in.
When
Snake is still
fucking
in.
Snake came in, I was just like, oh, they don't care anymore.
Yeah, no. Fucking they have Ryu. Like, I forget that they have fucking Ryu in there. They have fucking Bayonetta. They have fucking the villager from fucking Animal Crossing.
And this is
shit.
why we can't get these fucking characters in MVC Infinite. It's
I know.
because they're on Smash.
I know, right?
And it's because they're real life characters and they need to be, you know, like, they need to be in Smash more than they need to be in MVCI or whatever.
I'm still waiting for the next Capcom versus SNK.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's what I'm waiting for.
So I think this is a good segue. All right, so we've got Scumbag of the Week, and we've got a pretty epic round of do you feel old yet at the end of the show, and then also Scumbag Stupid News. So do you don't have a scumbag this week?
I do have a scumbag.
Okay.
I have a scumbag this week. I feel like this week was pretty, you know, weak for scumbags, but I'm gonna go out there and throw Twitter under the bus.
All right,
because
they deserve it.
Oh yeah, they always for some reason they
deserve fucking banned James Woods yesterday.
That is exactly why they get the scumbag of the week, because fucking James Wood, who made a post. Oh, let me fucking find the post. He reposted a fucking fake tweet from an anti-leftist site or whatever. So, fuck, I can't read.
I'll include it in the show notes.
Okay, so no, here it is. James Wood posted, pretty scary that there is a distinct possibility that this could be real. Not likely, but in this day and age of absolute liberal insanity, it is at least possible. That was his post over the advertisement for a liberal Democrat group saying, we're making a woman's vote worth more by staying home. And it's showing a bunch of, you know, smiling, happy, leftist-looking dudes with the fucking shoddy beards.
Do they have the fucking man bun?
No, they don't have the man bun, but they got the shitty glasses and the fucking speckled beards because they can't grow real man hair. And it's just like, so the idea is, it was posted by anti-left groups to tell left men to stay home to promote women's vote. You know, as though a man staying home would make a woman's vote count more.
I like the I like the retarded idea of that, because it's like, oh, so you're saying women's votes already count as less?
Yeah, you know, oh, my fucking.
Does that mean like because in this retarded fucking mindset of thinking, it's like, oh, well, then women should be charged less for things because they make less money overall, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're also going to propagate that too,
allegedly,
right?
they make less overall.
Yeah, so I need to get vigged fucking $3 at the gas pump, but women only need to get charged $2.25 or some shit like that, right?
Well, yeah, you gotta. I want to go on a tangent here. So my favorite man show bit was the End Women's Suffrage bit.
I fucking love it.
Where they go out and they get women to sign on the petition to end women's suffrage. Yeah. And so it's like, it just shows like the stupidity of people today, where they're signing away women's suffrage, which for
the right to vote,
which is the right to vote. Yeah. Women fought for the suffrage, which is the right to vote in I don't know my history, like the 50s.
It's the 1960s, but
yeah,
because it was during the big like hippie move,
like
during the age of Aquarius kind of deal. So like 1960, I'm gonna make this up, but I think it's 67 or 8.
Yeah,
they got the right to vote.
Sounds good to me. And it's like, but it's like, I agree with that, I believe in full equality, I believe in not this bullshit. Let's lift people up and help them get better. I fucking hate the equal opportunity bullshit. Fucking hell, as a veteran, I don't like the idea that I get preferential treatment for that.
I want to go full fucking like what you were saying. Like, I don't believe in this equal opportunity bullshit, because I want like divorce papers to be served, and I want the woman to think, oh shit, I might have to pay alimony.
Yeah,
I might have to pay child support.
Fucking,
and oh god,
if
I might get fucked later on down the road.
It should be whoever makes more in this relationship, they should be paying the half. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, okay, I mean. Honestly, I think that's a fucked up system to begin with. I believe in prenups all the way. Shit.
I didn't realize how much I liked the prenup idea until recently.
Yeah, until you get into a heavy relationship where you start thinking about heavy future things.
I mean, like, I'm the one coming into this relationship I'm currently in with the less.
Yeah, right.
But I still don't. I don't mind being out on my own if like shit goes sour. It's like, well, I want to leave with what I came in with.
Yeah, I want to have mine. I don't need to take someone else's.
Yeah,
but. The world doesn't fucking see that way. Fucking, especially the fucking left for some reason. It's fucking, they promote, the rich should give to the poor constantly. It's
fuck you, Robin Hood.
It's this weird it's this weird fucking Robin Hood idea that fucking, the downtrodden need to be upheld by. It's like, I feel like as a society, there's a certain need for the rich to help the poor, but I feel like that comes from taxes. It's like, the rich, like Donald Trump, shouldn't be handing me money because I make fucking $20K a year.
I mean, like, okay, so yes, I would like it, but no, I don't expect it, kind of deal.
Like, he shouldn't hand me the money directly, which is what a lot of the fucking left seems to be asking. But hey, if he pays to get a few roads upgraded, on my way to work, that'd be fucking great.
Exactly, but nobody looks at it as fucking things like, plumbing is upheld in my city and fucking sewage is on the like, it's okay. I don't have to worry about flushing my toilet and is the shit gonna come out the toilet or go down? You know, because you don't have to worry about that kind of shit, because like the water and sewage is paid for, as a government plan.
Yeah.
It's like, we're paying in towards fixing the roads, fucking traffic lights. Hey, I like that I can go out in the city and the fucking lights are on and not, fucking having to bring my fucking torch and get stabbed by Jack the Ripper.
It's a fucking selfish as fuck attitude. It's the fucking idea of, Trump didn't buy me a sandwich, so he must be a fucking Hitler. It's like, no, it's like if the billionaires, if Steve Wynn is paying his taxes and he gets my roads rebuilt, I'm okay with that. As far as I stand on the political spectrum, that's what I want. I want them to pay their dues to the government as decided by the government, and fucking.
I think the flat tax is right, like 30 cents of every dollar.
Yeah,
it's all right. That's fine as long as it doesn't go up from there. Because then, if you make the more money you make, the more you're going to pay in taxes, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, no. So Steve Wynn will be paying for my roads, and I'll be putting in my part too. It's like, I don't have a lot to give, but I'll give what I can. I feel like that's that's the altruistic way, you know? It's like you give what you can for society.
No, but you know what Steve Wynn gave? He gave like the one receptionist some of his ding dong, and then he now he's out of his own company, and now it's like great. Now I don't even get those fucking coupons for the Wynn Casino where it's 2-for-1 buffets, you know?
You know what? Yeah, right? It's like I don't get the fucking coupons to the fucking receptionist casino. Fucking
yeah, fucking dumb broad.
Dumb broad.
So
anyway.
Okay, so
back to James Woods real quick.
Yeah.
So he reposted this and he gets banned from Twitter. And the funny part is that he points out that both his girlfriend and a lot of other people reposted that same tweet that he posted, and they're not banned.
They're not banned.
His girlfriend is still not banned to this day.
I like how he's like a 70-something-year-old dude and has a girlfriend.
Hey,
there goes my hero.
You know what? That's my fucking life. I'm fucking living that dream.
Watch him as he goes.
Fuck
I mean,
yeah.
Okay, so James Woods says some salacious shit sometimes,
I love
and
the guy.
I like it.
I love him.
I like the idea because it is the left has a lot of faces,
Yeah.
so the right should have a face too, and
yeah.
one of them should be a dipshit also.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who are the faces on the right? Fucking James Wood and Ted Nugent.
There
And
you
it's
go.
like, hey, look. One of them is fucking James Woods, and the other one goes out in a loincloth and shoots things with a bow and arrow. And I'm like,
yeah.
look, those are two dudes that are on both sides of the spectrum, and it's like, you should strive to be one of these.
Hey, I want to hang out with both of them at the same time.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm like, from what I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast, like, fucking, not James Woods, Ted Nugent. Yeah, Ted Nugent makes some fucking mean venison steaks.
Oh, man.
I'm like, yo, I can go for some deer steaks.
Fuck, man.
It's for some reason, it's like when you start calling an animal a different name,
Yep.
all of a sudden it's like, oh God, I don't want to eat that.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I love me some fucking pork.
Yeah, pork. But if you called it pig, it'd be like, oh, well, shit, I grew up with a pig and I saw that movie about Babe and...
I guess.
Yeah.
See, I'm from a rough and tumble kind of crowd, you know. I'm from the military where it's like fucking call it what you want. I'm gonna fucking shove that in my mouth.
Yeah, call it what you want because it doesn't come in my fucking MRD.
You're
if
right.
not, I just got just 2 shots of whiskey and I'm good to go and
Yep,
I'll eat whatever.
fucking- we watched Demolition Man and we're all thinking, man, rat burgers sound good. Fucking
It's because it's easy to fucking breed.
hell yeah, it's all around you. Just take it in, grill it up. Oh man.
Yeah, are rabbits hard to domesticate? I don't even know.
Who needs to domesticate them? You just need to hunt them.
Oh, okay, yeah, but I'm talking about like it's good if you want the meal for the day, but we're talking about the meal for the rest of your
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like, is it easy to domesticate those kinds of animals?
It's right there with fucking
'Cause-
salmon. You know, you just stick them in a pen and they just breed.
Oh, okay.
That's it's natural instincts. You know, it's like you get 2 options: you get to eat or you get to fuck. And salmon don't eat themselves, and fucking rabbits don't eat themselves. So guess what they do?
They fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like if you got like fucking what is it like blowfish or the kissing fish or some shit like
There
that?
you go.
those two eat each other like flounders.
Yeah,
I think
there
that's
you
what it
go.
is. Flounders eat each other.
You gotta breed selectively and separate them like pandas.
Yeah.
Gotta get that delicious panda meat.
So yeah, Twitter, you've won the Scumbag of the Week award. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks for silencing another voice that goes against your fucking CEO's opinion.
Yeah, because they were saying like something about how Twitter's supposed to be a platform and these kinds of tweets can be hurtful towards voters or something. And
It's so fucking stupid. It's a platform to express yourself, but we want to silence the people that don't agree with what our CEO says.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, so you allow these fucking crazy fucking Hillary has, you know, inside scoops on Trump and Russia or shit like that. You know, like they'll promote that, or like they won't promote it, but they allow it to exist, to continue to exist. And James Wood, just because he's a famous guy, he posts some stupid shit that he's
not even a fucking political figure.
He declares himself that this isn't a true thing. This is a joke. He declares it himself in his own tweet, and then they fucking come down and fucking ban him, and they say, "Oh, we won't reinstate your Twitter until you delete this thing." And he's just like, "No, fuck you."
And this kind of punishment's okay when you hear it. Like, if you ask the vast majority of fucking people on Twitter right now that are on the left, and it's just like, oh, this kind of punishment's okay for somebody on the right. But then when you say it in the inverse, like, oh, we're going to silence Michelle Obama for a week, people would be fucking irate as fuck because she's on a campaign tour for the left right now. She was in town the same fucking weekend as Donald Trump. So the freeways were backed the fuck up.
Yeah. I saw that shit.
I was like, oh, fucking great. Yeah. I love when it takes me an hour and a half to get to work. Oh, I love it.
Thanks, Michelle Obama.
So speaking of fucking politics while we're on the topic, because I fucking love talking news and politics and sports and bullshit.
It's just so fun.
And dames. I love talking about dames. I
love me some broads.
I got approached by this fucking bitch the other day. Oh, excuse me. I got approached by this woman the other day while I was leaving the gym.
It's women with a Y.
Oh, okay. I got approached by this woman with a Y. Asked me if I was registered to vote, right?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm leaving the gym and it is 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, gee. That's the perfect time.
And this used to be like the witching hour. This used to be the time where clandestine sex and teenagers would go out to find drugs.
If a chick's walking up to you at 11 o'clock, she's going to say, hey, honey, I want a good time? Hey.
Hey. She was like, hey, how you doing? You registered to vote? And then she tried to give me this fucking spiel about how many children die a year from not being registered to vote, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
Fucking Christ.
No.
I just lifted like 200 pounds over my head.
I know I have problems listening to women because I don't know if that's exactly what she was saying, but I was just like, I'm already registered to vote. She's like, did you get your sample ballot in the mail? I was like, I don't know. I don't think I checked my mail every day, but yeah, if I do, I'll fill it out. Don't worry. I'm registered to vote. Trust me.
Every time a woman talks to me, all I see is, hey, do you want to impregnate me? And I just have to look at her and say, no, thank you, ma'am. You know, not right now.
I was talking about this with somebody else the other day, and I was just like, you act like fucking women always get the worst end of the deal. I'm like, it's women's duty to tell you like whether you're viable to procreate with.
Yeah, you know,
women, like human women, are choosy maters. So they look at like there was an online poll where like 90% of women on OkCupid deemed 80% of the dudes not fuckable.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I was fucking like, that is it. Like every fucking survey you want to put out there, it's like women are shooting for the fucking top 10% of men, and it's like, I don't know, I don't feel like I am, and that's the whole fucking problem with fucking society. Like, to get into the fucking, what is it, men's right advocacy, it's like, to be into the MRA spectrum, it's like I feel the same as a woman constantly complains about.
The MRA, is that the same with the guns and the shooting things?
Yeah, because we need the guns to force the women to get us some, you know? But no, it's like, I go in and I feel like I'm inadequate for women, and then it's like, well, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm at my top 10%. So it's like, how do I approach a woman? You know?
Yeah.
But then it's like the other part of my brain kicks in, and it's like, nah, they're human just like me, so they're fucking just as stupid as me.
They also forget to put the seat down when they take a piss. You know, it happens.
It happens. Women do that all the time.
No, like, to be real with you, most of the time, from what I've seen, that's just superficial shit that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've had not like a lot of success, but I've had a pretty decent amount of success with chicks.
But that's the societal pressure. That's what a lot of the women on the left are crying about, is because, oh, how do we look at these Barbie dolls and compete? And it's like, well, how do I look at these Ken dolls and compete? You know?
Are you fucking kidding me? I grew up in a world of fucking G.I. Joe and fucking wrestling.
You know what? I joined the military and I gained a healthier weight. Because fucking when I entered the military, I weighed 119 pounds at fucking 6 feet tall. I came out of the military at 5'11" and 50 pounds heavier. So I got healthier. But it's like, at that time I was thinking, I'm not where I should be as a man, you know, and it's the whole same societal pressures. We need to fucking let this go. We're both in the same goddamn boat where, you know who we need to burn down? We need to burn down these fucking fashion designers that bring out these fucking manly men that fucking put me to shame, and these fucking stupid, sexy Russian women that are twigs that put them to shame, you know?
I like, that was the whole thing. I was listening to Chuck Palahniuk talk again, you know, because like I'm a boring fucking guy, and I listen to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks and shit. So I was listening to this guy talk.
Welcome to 90% of America.
I was listening to this fucking guy talk again, and he was talking about how Truman Capote said a very, like, relatable quote to me, where it's, people don't like seeing actual beauty because it projects inadequacy.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's hard to look at things that are actually beautiful or listen to music that's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
But they like seeing the average person built up, and I feel like that's why the whole like Kardashian thing got big, because it's like they're average, but they're like above average now.
Yeah, it's like they're average, but I mean, because they had money, they were a step above, and then you get to watch them be, fuck ups.
Yeah.
They have their faults. Oh, but they're still beautiful people in the eyes of the public. That's, honestly, that's why I still look at Schwarzenegger as a fucking idol.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
here's the fucking Rock.
Hell yeah, The Rock. I remember when he was on the fucking WWE raising his fucking eyebrow and calling out the Big Show and shit. It's like, he's on this fucking stupid fake fucking sports show, but he's going out there giving it his fucking all,
Hey, wrestling's still real to me, man.
Hey, man.
It's still real to me.
Fuck you, man. It is still real to me. Fucking there's a hump that you pass as if you keep with wrestling. When you're a kid growing up, you're looking at these guys and they're going at it like fucking superheroes. They're flying off the high rope, and fucking you see Sting pulling off fucking crazy shit in the crowd, and it's just like, you look at this and you're like, man, these are the heroes. These are real men doing these superhero things. And then you grow up and you're like, oh, this is dumb shit. They're all faking it. But then you hit a point where you're like, these are men dedicated to a craft of entertainment,
Okay, so real quick, I love the part where you said Sting and he does stupid shit in the crowds, because my favorite thing about Sting is that gif from 4chan where it was him under his own mask.
Oh yeah, where it's like fucking, I don't fucking know who it was, but he went to go.
It was Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam went to go
walking around like celebrating that he won, and then he got chair shotted by Sting.
Yeah, by some dude wearing a Sting mask, and Rob Van Dam turned around and he was about to deck him, but then he stopped because he saw it was just a mask, and then Sting attacked again, and he pulled off the mask, and it was fucking Sting, man.
It was fucking crazy. I'm like, you couldn't tell that was Sting? He's got like 200 pounds on everybody in the crowd.
Oh, yeah. He's wearing the fucking wrestling getup. But no, it's like that. I love wrestling because it is the realest of real men and women fucking just giving their all to their fucking craft. These are fucking comedians. These are fucking, they're
entertainers,
drama artists.
They're entertainers, doing their to best. Say the least.
Oh yeah,
I got to tell you, like, so real quick, I love the Sting gif, and I think I'm gonna put it in the show notes because fuck, I love that gif.
It is so fantastic.
But I like where women have come from in wrestling, because in the early 90s and 2000s, let's be real, women were either in one of two pods when it came to wrestling. It was either you were good at wrestling or you were really fucking hot.
Oh yeah.
And now they've kind of like blurred the lines, and now you've gotten a little bit closer, because like the chicks that were super hot in wrestling couldn't fucking wrestle at all.
Oh yeah.
And the chicks that could wrestle were ugly as fucking sin.
Fucking, when I think of that, I think of like fucking, there's a bunch of announcer chicks that took matches, but I don't remember their names. But you know whose name I remember? Fucking China. You know, she wasn't the hottest chick, but she could fucking wrestle with the men.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought like China was such a fucking anomaly. Like it would be a rare fucking thing to see in the world.
Oh yeah.
And then I go to the gym and it's like, about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I see all chicks that are kind of built like that, and I'm like, whoa,
I can appreciate that.
For me, it's like, whoa, you're kind of. It's weird when you've got a deeper voice than me. Let's just put it that way.
That's true. Okay, like.
If, fucking French press nails and fucking extended eyelashes, and then you've got this fucking deep ass fucking growl. I'm like
you still
whoa,
hit
Wayne Static.
You still hit the gym. I gave up on fucking caring about that myself personally, because I gave up on society as a whole. Fucking if you're gonna love me, you're gonna love me for me, kind of thing. But I would be fine to go out with a chick with China's voice. You know, I would be fine to go out with a China. You know, fucking. What I'm looking for is confidence in a person, you know? Fucking, I want some chick that's going to be like, I'm good with myself, you know? Fucking,
I don't disagree with that, because I like, I think about the chicks that I like in things like, even in my fantasies, like anime.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, even if they're tsundere, it's like, they know what they want, they're just too shy to get it.
Yeah.
And their way of expressing shy is being angry.
See,
and I'm like, that's relatable.
I'm in the same boat, but I'm over on the starboard side where you're on the port side. Because I'm like, I want the chick that chases after the main character. You know, even if he's a fucking dumbass, you know, I want the chick that gets what she wants.
The stupider the main character, the easier the self-insert.
Oh, it's so fucking dumb. I fucking hate main character. You know what? I want to say, I hate every fucking main character because they're written like crap. I adore the females because they're given personality. You know what? Fucking the left might want to call anime like sexist bullshit because, the male character gets his choice of women. It's like, if you watch the show, the male character is too fucking stupid to get any woman.
Yeah,
you know?
It's you're going to bring up something like Inuyasha, and it's like he gets his choice of women, and it's just like, nah, he's not that bright.
He's dumb as fuck. He can barely get Kagome, and she's chasing after him the whole damn show. He definitely doesn't get. My favorite chick in that show, the chick with the boomerang. It's like, he didn't get her. He had no chance with her.
Yeah.
Fucking Moroku, the fucking priest who knew what he wanted. He wanted some anime titty.
Yeah, them titties.
He wanted that anime titty and boomerang.
Oh.
And he chased her after that, and he got that. I don't know. I never watched the end of that show.
So welcome back to the Fat Anime Titty podcast.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking they make the world go round.
Yeah, because they're like unrealistically round. You want to talk about unreal expectations? The chicks that have like the huge anime titties and their backs don't hurt.
Oh yeah, right? Fuck, you know what it is? It's because those anime broads are good enough to do back exercises.
Yeah, they are.
All right, any women that want to go out there and listen to this podcast for whatever fucking reason, I don't know. Remember to do your back exercises. Stand up straight. Stop slouching. That's really bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, let's move on to Space Jam 2. It's in the works.
Oh.
It's due to start shooting next NBA offseason.
With fucking LeBron James.
Yeah.
Fucking. And it's not a sequel, it's just another movie in the same universe.
So, okay, so real quick, I got to tell you, I loved the first one. How relevant are these characters nowadays? Do you think anybody can spot, like, okay, we kind of know who Bugs Bunny is, but do you think the kids nowadays know who fucking Daffy Duck is?
Oh, fuck.
How about Porky Pig?
I was going to say, like, Bugs Bunny is timeless.
How about Marvin the Martian?
No. But I love, honestly, like, out of all of them, I love Marvin the Martian, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
how about his fucking dog? How about fucking...
fuck if I know.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Disney is kind of...
Pluto?
Disney's kind of crushed it as far as, like, what's on the child zeitgeist.
Yeah.
You know, like, they can spot Mickey Mouse without knowing who Mickey Mouse is or seen him in anything.
You know what it is? Warner Brothers spent too much time trying to chase after fucking Marvel in the movies.
With the DCU?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're like, Warner Brothers promotes fucking, what the fuck is Detective Comics. DC stands for Detective Comics. But Warner Brothers promotes that to fight against Marvel, but they let fucking their cartoon side slide. I mean, Bugs Bunny is probably still recognizable, but after that, who the fuck knows? I don't know what the fucking kids like. Yeah. I know I barely remember those things, and if I'm forgetting them, that means that the fucking SpongeBob crowd never knew of them.
Oh,
you know?
Fucking Tasmanian Devil.
Oh, fucking
there was
Christ.
A female Tasmanian Devil.
There's a whole family of them.
Yes.
He had a cartoon show.
There's a lot of these fucking people. There's a lot of these WB fucking properties that I don't think they're going to be able to name, you know, like the frog that sang "Hello My Baby, Hello My Honey."
Yeah, fucking,
whatever the fuck that guy's name was.
Oh, I want to say something like Warner Frog or something. I don't fucking know, dude. But no, it's like
I just wanted to bring this up because I'm like, I love the idea and I loved Space Jam 1, but how relevant is it really? I mean, LeBron is going to be forever relevant.
Yeah.
He's going to be forever relevant. He's going to go down as
one of the... He's going to be the biggest rapist in the history of rape.
Too soon, Max. Too soon.
It's never too soon for rape. Just ask Bill Cosby.
He's going to jail.
Thank God.
Like, okay, so real quick, why not just leave the country if you're Bill Cosby?
Oh my God, I would
find
man.
a non-extradition country. He's going blind.
Right.
Blind people go to jail too. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just live your days out in Estonia somewhere. Get your wine imported from Italy and just live it out, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, I would rather wake up in a cottage with like fucking wild grass growing everywhere rather than waking up and thinking, oh God, am I gonna get fucked by that one big ass dude again?
Right.
Like, am I gonna get fucked by Butch McDick again?
To be fair, he is Bill Cosby, and if there's any criminals in jail, they probably grew up with him, you know?
Oh, yeah, hey, Fat Albert, here's this human syringe from my Fat Albert.
Hey, bend
from
over.
my Prince Albert.
Hey, bend over. I want to see that shake like Jello. There's always room for that.
Oh man, don't thank me, thank rape.
Oh God.
All right. So
anyway, WB fucking can't handle their fucking licenses. I don't see this becoming. You know what? No. If it is going to be a big hit because LeBron. You know, fucking like.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing because like LeBron is forever on the children's mindset too. Because if you're interested in basketball at all,
Yeah.
he's the greatest right now.
Yeah, no, he's still good. He's still fucking.
He's going to go down on the Mount Rushmore of greatest of all time.
I mean, fucking the same as fucking Michael Jordan. You know, fucking he was on a downslope when they made Space Jam. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like that's fine because his name will still pull him in. You know, fucking same with LeBron. Even if he fucks up somewhere in between now and the fucking movie releasing, he's still LeBron. You know. I mean, they're smart enough to do that, but they've mishandled their own intellectual properties. So they've let the cartoon slide. No one knows, or like people know who Bugs Bunny is, but they don't know who Porky Pig is. They don't know Marvin the Martian. They don't know fucking Yosemite Sam and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
And
Christ.
arguably, like, my favorites were like Yosemite Sam. They'll look at Yosemite Sam and be like, oh, it's the guy on the mud flaps from the 18-wheelers.
Right? Fucking.
Like, that's where I know him
is
from.
Is he even there anymore? I don't know.
Yeah, no, instead we had Hot Bitch Silhouette. But I think that's got taken over by Me Too, so now
Fucking Christ.
I don't even know. I think it's just big black fucking mud flaps. And
Just
it's
a
like,
big fucking hashtag.
So, okay, so speaking of Marvel, let's get some thoughts on this, and then we'll move into Do You Feel Old Yet, okay?
Oh, I love it.
So Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios president, says that they will start merging the MCU and Fox Universe. So you were talking about this on a couple other shows ago about like trying to introduce the X-Men into the MCU, and this is going to be the beginning of it. And the question on like certain Twitter and comic book handles is which is more relevant for them to introduce? Is it X-Men or is it Fantastic Four?
If anything, I would say Fantastic Four because it builds into the Marvel Cinematic Universe better because we've already hit the universal scale. So like the Fantastic Four shoots for the stars with all that. Like Fantastic Four has never dealt with street level villains and whatnot. They've always been like Galactus sized, you know.
Silver Surfer, Galactus, Adam Warlock, and the fucking Watchers and shit.
Because it's like, oh, the idea is Reed Richards is a genius, but he needs the muscle to back him up. Man, I'm way out of it, but he needs the muscle to back him up. So that's what the Fantastic Four is for. And so
that's why he's got Thang.
Yeah, that's why he's got the Thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss Michael Chiklis. They're never gonna recast him. He was fucking great.
Yep.
You know what? Like, a tangent again. Fucking people talk shit about like the Spider-Man like original trilogy and say that shit is good, and like people tell me that's good because it's funny and shit like that. And I will turn back and say the Fantastic Four, that original, what was it? Fucking just two of them. Where they had Michael Chiklis as the Thing and the Rise of the Silver Surfer and shit like that.
Yeah, there was two of them, and Jessica Alba was in it.
Yeah, but I'm like, that was good. It was campy.
Oh, and Chris Evans. Chris
Evans was fucking the Human Torch. And I'm like, it fit well. It didn't do good enough at the box office, but I'm like, the same atmosphere that had, they brought into Spider-Man Homecoming. It is the same campy thing. Like Homecoming was done way better. I'll give it that. But like for the time being, like Fantastic Four was a fun movie. You know, they had fun movies.
I think it was fun. I don't think it was critically great. I don't think it stands up next to Iron Man at all, even in the same like comic book realm.
Because there's the underlying, like, Marvel hit it because there was an underlying tone of humanity in there. You know, like it wasn't just a movie. It's like you're seeing the change of the people in their own films. But like the Fantastic Fours were just superhero movie, popcorn, fun, action, leave, and then
Galactus
forget about
sucked.
it. Yeah, you know. But
Doom sucked, and that's always what they fuck up with.
They really do.
They always fuck this up with Fantastic Fours. They always fuck up the villains. All three of these movies of Fantastic Four, they fuck up the villains so bad.
It was Galactus was a fucking giant gas cloud or something?
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God. It was so bad. They got the heroes right. The heroes were campy, they were fun, and they were heroes. You know, they had heart, they wanted to save the people. But then they're fighting a gas cloud. Or
Doom, no armor.
Doom, no armor, and he's just some tech guy that looks like a dork. You know, it's like, no, Doom is Doom. He has the name Doom. You need to make him fucking impressive. They really fucked up the bad guys. They fucked them over. But Marvel should bring in the Fantastic Four. They should, because Marvel is hitting space. You know, they're hitting fucking Thanos. They're hitting when Miss Marvel comes out, you're going to hit the Kree, which is a great storyline.
Yeah, the Skrull have always been a big fucking problem for Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, there's so many stories you could tell. There's so many comic book stories that come crazy. Like, people get pregnant with alien babies. People are like not known to be aliens, and then they find out later. It's shit goes straight comic book. Shit goes fucking. If you're a soap opera fan, like the twist, you know, like he had amnesia and he was really his evil twin brother. This is the comic book stuff, and I'm like, if I think Marvel is able to do it. It's just a question of if they want to, because you know who makes more money than the Fantastic Four?
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah, everybody loves Wolverine, and Deadpool's seen nothing but resurgence. And
oh, yeah.
If you're going to tell me that Deadpool is an X-Men, it's, fuck yourself. Because, I understand he's by himself, but then he interacts with Cable.
Right.
And then he was on X-Force.
Right.
And he was a mutant and blah, blah, blah. Fucking Colossus was in both movies.
Right. It's like, so you've got the love for Colossus. You've got Deadpool promoting.
I think
being
the
a
only
mutant.
person that loves Colossus is me. But that's because,
but
strong guy or die for me.
Dude, fuck you. He was the bestest in Marvel vs. Capcom 1 because he was the big ironed motherfucker flying in from the screen. Oh, what are you going to do? You're going to fucking
stop him.
You're going to take this hit or you're going to block my mix up. But that's a whole nother thing. But X-Men was the moneymaker for Marvel for the longest time. Fucking... So it's the decision between, do you want to use Fantastic Four, which made Marvel, honestly, like they were the first family of Marvel. They were fucking back in like Amazing Comics number 22 kind of thing, you know? They were back in that day where they came out with the Fantastic Four and they were the big hit that made Marvel what it is and allowed them to break free and become what they are. Or in the 90s, X-Men took over because it was the idea of the outcast plus segregation. You know, that's the story of X-Men. You know, it's the world hates us for who we are.
Now you can promote it as some sort of weird like trans anthem because they were X-Men.
Hey, right. Hey, and now they're, I don't know, some chick with butterfly wings. Oh man, there's deep history in both of them, but it's like you look at the X-Men, and when I think of X-Men, I think of 20 plus characters that you have to bring into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's the thing about the X-Men I hate, is because like you can't cater to everybody's favorite of the X-Men.
And yeah, don't forget, fucking Hugh Jackman is done with Logan.
Wolverine. Yeah,
there's no more like. So Ryan Reynolds has been on Twitter and he's made commercials where he's asked Hugh Jackman to come back and be Wolverine in his movie. He's gone out on fucking interviews and said, I don't even want Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I want Hugh Jackman in the next Deadpool as Hugh Jackman. You know, and Hugh Jackman says, I'm sorry, Ryan, I just don't want to, be part of that anymore. So.
Like he did his stint for the first like decade of the 2000s, as Wolverine.
God bless him. He's an amazing Wolverine. I found appreciation for Hugh Jackman in the fact that he played Wolverine and he did it. Like he did it with bravado, you know? So it's like out of all the X-Men movies that I've seen, it's like I don't have anything negative to say about Hugh Jackman. He worked his ass off. Fucking Ryan Reynolds is good to fucking want to bring his friend in who worked his ass off. But then I look at fucking, well, what are the other X-Men? Well, there's fucking Halle Berry with her fucking half-assed lines. I
already put that line in one of the other shows. I'm not cutting that shit again.
There's fucking Professor Xavier where it's like, do I want the young one?
For me, the selling point to X-Men's always been the villains, because I love Magneto. Magneto is probably the most compelling villain.
It's
ever
hard
been.
To fight against someone who you know what? I feel like the way the comic books have handled him too, it's like, because there's a point where they crossed where it's like World War II happened too late now. Like Magneto's original story of being a Holocaust survivor, and that has shaped his view of the world, and he's a twisted man because of that, because of the evils that were done to him. He now has to reenact those evils on others. It's like, that's really compelling, but it's like it doesn't translate now. He'd be too old. I'm like, that's another hard part of bringing the X-Men in. There's a lot of heavy hitting dialogue to be had with X-Men villains, and that's what made them so good. But it's like, how do you pull that into this universe nowadays? In the fucking 2018.
Yeah, and I mean, aside from him, we'll like speed round go through it. Like, we're talking Mr. Sinister was really cool because he had his whole island of outcasts or whatever. the Savage Lands. He was out in the Savage Lands.
Yeah.
Where it's such a weird fucking place to be, where it's like his powers work, but none of the other mutants' powers worked out there.
Right.
Okay. So then the Brotherhood of Blood.
Oh yeah.
Which was like the original mutants, and they wanted to, and I like that part too, where they're old colonial mutants with Emma Frost and whatnot.
Yeah.
And not the Kevin Bacon fucking Brotherhood of Blood.
Oh my fucking. You know what? Tangent off that. Fox ruined that.
Yeah,
Fox
they
ruined
did.
the fucking Brotherhood. Fucking Emma Frost. Fucking Apocalypse.
Apocalypse too. Yeah.
Fucking.
He was one of the best, and now all he wants to do is strangle women. Apparently.
I think
like you were one of the first mutants ever, and now all you want to do is choke Jennifer Gardner. Come on.
I mean, I want to too, but that's for personal reasons,
Well, I think you confuse choke her with her choke you during your climax.
Yes, that's it. That's what it is. Oh, my bad.
It's all right, baby. Just put both hands around my fucking neck, and I'm almost ready to blast off here.
The safety word is always banana.
So, all right. Like, I think we've talked long enough about some bullshit and some political optics. I'm gonna cut that out.
Optic blast, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Optic blast. I think we talked enough about political optic blasts and whatever. So let's talk about, do you feel old yet?
Do I feel old yet? I don't feel old yet. We went to that fucking what the hell was that place called? Twin Peaks. Yeah, I didn't feel old there. Nah, I felt good. But yeah, let's get to what you want to talk about.
You're old.
So real quick, do you feel old yet segment into the show where we talk about historic movies, music, and video games that came out during, these past days of the year.
Yeah, if you're still alive now, you've probably lived through these.
So, all right. So September 19th, 1990, Goodfellas premieres.
Holy shit.
Yes, and this is historically gone down in like IMDb's top 10 for a
Really?
lot of for most of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert ahead, this is a really epic round of Do You Feel Old Yet?
Oh, good.
There was a lot of big things. So
Yeah.
starting off with Goodfellas, we got Ray Liotta, we got Robert De Niro, we got Al Pacino, and we got fucking Al Pacino, Joe Pesci. What the fuck?
Right. I was
Where
gonna
am
say-
I? Where's my head at? And
Hey, you're
Martin
with the,
Scorsese.
you're with the other big fucking mobster movies. That's what you're with.
But so anyways, we've got fucking Ray Liotta, we got Robert De Niro, and we got Joe Pesci, and then we directed by Martin Scorsese. This fucking movie, as from most major mafioso, they'll tell you this is one of the most accurate depictions of what mob life was like.
I seen this movie growing up, and I remember it being fucking nuts. Like, these guys are off the fucking wall constantly in this movie.
Yeah, and I love the whole like family first, and it's not like the family you married into, but like mafia family first.
Oh yeah, no, it's your brother. This movie is showing you a depiction of what it was like to be in the military, to have someone that has your back and has yours. This is this brotherhood beyond blood kind of thing. And you know what? This was the one where it was hey, I'm a funny guy kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just goes nuts on him. And I'm like, these are the black sheep of the family, but you still have to love them, And then, oh man, here's a movie to watch,
This is not going to be my highest recommended movie on here.
Probably.
I'm going to tell you
Oh,
right
yeah?
now.
Is it that big? Or are we
Yeah,
shooting that big?
that's
Jesus.
how big this is.
This is the must-see movie. Like, I feel like if you're a red-blooded kind of guy, if you're the kind of guy that fucking sees the opening sequence of Predator where they're fucking doing the handshake, like, you are watching the Goodfellas.
Yeah, this
You know
is one of the best. This is one of the best movies.
It's a long movie. Like, I remember I watched this on VHS. This was a 2 VHS movie. So this is a long one, but it's a good one.
This is one of the best movies that, like, it has come up in a while, and yeah, it deserves a lot of the accolades it gets.
Like, as far as like mafiosos go, like, people want to say The Godfather, and I'm like, that's too long for me. What's better than that? Goodfellas.
This movie, yeah. And then Casino was also one of the offshoots from Scorsese also.
Yeah.
And that also depicted really good, like, West Coast mafia.
Oh yeah.
Because to say that Las Vegas, the city we live in, wasn't at one time mafia run is to lie to yourself. Because the whole Rat
please.
Pack and fucking prostitution and gambling alone.
Yeah, just that alone. It's like the mafia came out west and said, let's do it here. No one cares. And then Las Vegas just grew around that and said, what are you gonna do? Stop us?
Yeah, exactly.
We're too big now.
They brought the bookmaking into the casinos, so you could bet sports and all the regular fucking games in there. They took shooting dice from the street and put it on a table and was like, all right, we're doing it here.
See, all you got to do is fake a regulator. You know, you don't have to pay the guy off because he already works for you.
Yeah,
you know?
so see that one also.
So go see Casino, but first go see Goodfellas.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move right along. September 21st, 2004, X-Men Legends, right? Hold on.
All right.
With the fucking balls of bowling balls, right?
Yeah.
This same company had the balls to put out 1 fucking year later, X-Men Legends 2, same day.
Oh, shit.
So 2005,
Fucking
X-Men
Christ.
Legends 2.
This was the fucking...
This is the beat 'em up, right? This
Yeah.
is the team beat 'em up. So like the Streets of Rage Final Fight kind of like offshoot kind of deal, because those are the first, or Battletoads. Like this is the first kind of like offshoot of those that I can, like the earliest type of game like that I can compare it to.
Oh
right?
yeah, it's the the dungeon crawling, like you get your buddies and you just fucking have a few beers and you fucking run around as the X-Men and you team combo shit. I remember the fucking, if you picked Colossus and I picked Wolverine, I press the button and you press the button and we do the fastball special, you know?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I do remember sinking a few hours into this, but there was something about it. I think the controlling about this game was not as good as like Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
I think that's what really stopped it. That and there, like the loot system wasn't very not that it wasn't intuitive, it just wasn't rewarding to collect loot in this game.
Yeah, because it's like, well, these are Wolverine claws. Let me just pop them on Wolverine. Like, I'm only going to get them kind of thing. Like, so the game is an isometric top-down kind of camera view, dungeon crawler, essentially, where you go through as the X-Men, you know? And they had a good selection of them. I remember they had, like, a Nightcrawler and stuff, you know, some of the more B-listers, really.
Yeah, and they had, like, and they still had the Omega tier ones, like Iceman was in there, too.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like they had Storm, Iceman, Jean.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Gambit.
A lot of people really enjoyed these games, like because they are what they are. It's like you can only take them at face value, but it's good for what they are. You know, when you're talking about licensed products, the best you can hope for is an average game. You know, an average or slightly above, and then keep it true to the characters, keep it true to the universe you're selling, and that's what they did. You know, you had your big villains, you had fucking Magneto, you had fucking the hell's his name? Tombstone and shit like that.
Was the second one.
Yeah, Apocalypse was for number 2, was the big bad. But it's like, it's not, when you look at video games, when you look at movies, you know, a lot of people say that the worst thing to be is mediocre, like a 5 out of 10, because you're not bad enough to comment on, you're not good enough to comment on, you're just a thing, you know?
Yeah.
But like these are that, you know? And so the enjoyment from the hell's it called again?
X-Men Legends.
X-Men Legends. Yeah. Enjoyment from X-Men Legends is the fact that it allows you to be, you know, you and a couple buddies in the room or online, because I'm pretty sure they got a Steam release lately, but it's like, so yeah, you can just boot up with your friends and have a good time.
I agree with exactly what you said, where they're not good enough to be bad and they're not bad enough to be bad and they're not good enough to be good.
Yeah.
They're 5 out of 10s. They're mediocre. And I'm like,
yeah.
I that statement resonates with me because I would rather play like a Baldur's Gate or, you know, a D&D dungeon crawler rather than play this, but this isn't disappointing to where or frustrating.
Yeah.
Because Marvel Ultimate Alliance was a similar type of game where it was an isometric top down.
Yeah.
And you were everybody from the Marvel universe, and it's like this was worse than X-Men Legends.
Yeah. It's bad, it's worse, but it's what you got, you know? It's fucking, well, I want to play as Marvel, you know?
Yeah.
Well, shit. If you're a Marvel fan, X-Men Legends is fucking, it's probably on Steam, maybe still. I don't know.
Go check it out.
Go check it out.
So, okay. So let's go right into September 22nd. All right. We're moving into the TV realm. So September 22nd, 1989, Baywatch premieres.
Holy
Hold on.
shit.
September 22nd, 1994, Friends premieres.
Holy shit. What?
Yeah, so I don't really have much to say about Baywatch. That's why I brought Friends into this equation also.
I mean, you can do that, but I'm just thinking when I was growing up, that was definitely formative years. You know, as of Hispanic origin, which means there's Latin blood flowing through my veins, I was very passionate from a very young age.
About About
Baywatch?
Baywatch?
About One Piece bikinis and the asses that hang out of them.
In the early years of Friends, Joey and Chandler used to share the apartment, and they used to watch Baywatch at a very specific time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it used to be a joke is that, I can't go out watching Baywatch.
Was that the oven timer?
That's right, my friend.
It's time for
Baywatch!
Yeah. That's good. That's a good tie-in.
Yeah,
you know,
so
to
that's
build
why
off
I kind of
one.
like brought them both in, because they were talking about like, run, Yasmin Bleak, run like the wind.
I don't remember names. All I know is that I like One Piece bikinis now for some reason.
I can't tell you that I like. Okay, so the only things about Baywatch I remember was like, there was Pamela Anderson, and it was a big deal when she fucked Tommy Lee and did the Playboy spread. But she used to be like the original, like one of the original Barbie girls. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So there was that, and then I also remember that like David Hasselhoff's character in this show named his kid like Kiff or something like that, or it's like it was a part of a boat, and I'm like, what the fuck, really?
Yeah, no, it was definitely like, it was essentially a soap opera at prime time and slightly more lewd, you know? It's like a little more TNA for, you know, the more adult crowd. So, hey, men can get into this soap opera too. But it's like, it's the same thing. It's, oh no, someone's being attacked by a shark. It's like, hey, let's go save them.
They
it's
had
fine.
they had the Baywatch spinoff where it was Baywatch After Dark, and nowadays that would sound like the Bang Bros remake.
Oh yeah.
But what it was back in the day was there was Baywatch, and then Baywatch After Dark was the supernatural take, but it still it didn't star like Hasselhoff or Pamela Anderson. It just starred random fucking people that were like C-list actors, and they were fighting vampires and werewolves while still being lifeguards. And it's
Holy
just like,
shit.
yeah, I guess when duty calls, you gotta fucking, you gotta make your lifeguard wage, but you gotta save the universe at the same time.
I suppose so. But as for Friends, I don't know what to say about that phenomenon. It was
Yeah, I was going to say, what's there to say? It ran for a decade, and it's probably not as big as Seinfeld. As far as zeitgeist, I think it affected me better than Seinfeld.
I think Seinfeld affected the TV making, the comedian. Seinfeld affected the industry more. Friends affected the world more.
Yeah,
you know,
and
the viewers more.
I think more people can name Friends like episodes or plot points better than Seinfeld.
There's that fucking monkey.
Yeah, and Ross was like the worst dad ever, because like he would rather spend time fucking other broads and the monkey than hanging out with his son.
I remember that they had the view of the guy across the street who was like exercising naked or something, and that was a whole episode.
Yeah, and then it's like, there's a lot of jokes that I remember watching this recently with my girlfriend, and there's a lot of jokes they did back in the day that I'm like, I don't think you can get away with that nowadays.
Yeah, TV was a little racier. Well, I mean, you look at Baywatch and it's like, is there a Baywatch on TV?
Racy.
I mean,
well, like there's shows that are better written and have more nudity than fucking Baywatch, because Baywatch was super campy. But I think you're right.
Good.
I think you're right, because like the reason for Baywatch's phenomenon was that there wasn't like a lot of porno wasn't readily available.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Like, I love bringing up that back in the day, because you fucking kids aren't going to remember, but back in the day, you used to have to go through the double door saloon at the fucking video store to like, you had to kick that shit open, and you had to go into this private area that said adults only, and that's where you would get the porno. Then you would do the technique where you sandwiched it in between fucking Harry and the Hendersons and fucking the Burbs.
Hell yeah. See, we grew up, well, you had your, second growing up because you woke up from your coffin around the same time?
Yeah,
but,
I am 3,000 years old.
You are 3,000 years old. But we had the time where, like, there was a porno channel that you could order from the cable company. So you had your choices. You could go for the racy, campy stuff that was on semi-late night television like Baywatch, or you could, skip through the static channels and maybe you'll catch a nipple here and there. If you guys go back and watch American Pie, that's exactly what he's doing at the start of that movie, and before he decides that, hey, I can't get porno, so I'm gonna fuck a pie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have sex with flaky pastries. That's what I want.
To be fair, there's some good pastries out there in the world.
Marie Callender makes a pie that I would want to have sex with.
Have you seen her? Those curls, ooh, they get me going.
All right, so here we go. September 23rd, 1994. Shawshank Redemption premieres.
Holy
See,
shit.
that's why I'm like, I think
Oof.
if you haven't seen this movie, this is the one I'll recommend higher.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one that got robbed in my personal opinion, standing Forrest Gump up next to Shawshank.
Ooh, Jesus.
Yeah,
really?
Shawshank lost to Forrest Gump for the Oscars, and this was the whole like how corrupt Hollywood was. Not to say it was corrupt, but I just think that this is a better movie overall.
I don't know, man. I honestly, I love both. I do love Forrest Gump. Tom Hanks does a great job in his movie, and it's completely focused on Tom Hanks, and he carries it. But it's like Shawshank as a whole is a full movie. Like, it's not just a main character vehicle. There's
a lot to go with, and there's a lot of like the what the hell is it called? Like the thing that Red went through, Brooks went through, where it was
Right.
like you became indoctrinated into this fucking the mentality of being in prison.
Yeah, you get the rhythm, the fucking that rhythm.
Yeah,
you get stuck in the lifestyle that it is.
Yeah, you just get used to being in prison.
It's like I think of there's very few really good prison movies, and the two of them that come to mind are Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile, and they both show really harshly what it's like to be a prisoner, and they have this hopeful tale in them, but they're surrounded by the despair of being in prison, and they show it really well.
Yeah, you just get so engrossed in the character work, because in Shawshank there's so much tension, and I don't feel like anybody knows tension anymore.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was a lot of like, there was a lot of building, and you really were hoping for Andy Dufresne and Red to like.
Oh God.
They were best of friends inside the prison walls, but every part of you wanted the caged birds to be free.
Oh yeah, because we always like America roots for the underdog. For damn sure.
And
if anyone wants to know, this is another short story by Stephen King, who is my favorite author. And like I said before in a previous podcast, like if you ever want to read good stories, read Stephen King's short stories. Like, so the original title of the novella is Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption, because there's a pinup of Rita Hayworth who's a pinup, and that plays a big role in the movie in the story. But it's like it's a heartfelt tale. It's like for a man who lived in Maine his life, and he did drugs and he just lived the hippie life. Stephen King, he wrote some amazing stories about some really drastic enterprises, like living in prison, and trying to escape from it, which is what Shawshank Redemption is.
This brought a lot of like understanding to the general public of what it's like to be behind bars.
Oh yeah,
because the whole like prison is no fairy tale kind of deal, and
no.
Yeah, I think it was because of Shawshank and a lot of other like comedians. They were bringing up the whole like, oh, people are getting fucked behind bars.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't stop being miserable for you once you get locked up. Once you get locked up, it's terrible there too.
Like some people will say like, oh, I get 3 hots in a cot. It's like, well, like, I mean, conditions have improved slightly.
Oh yeah,
like,
I guess you're not out in the rain.
Yeah, you're not out in the rain. But it's like back then when this film was made, and then you're looking, that film was looking back, 20 years? So now you'd be looking at 40 years back from then. But it's like conditions are still similar, So it's like, go back, watch Shawshank Redemption. Like, if not just for the emotional impact of seeing someone behind bars, but just as a good film, There's a YouTuber that I watch who does breakdowns of music, actually. It's a Rick Beato. It's Rick Beato, and one of the breakdowns that he did that I loved so much was on the themes of Shawshank Redemption, where he breaks down how the chords and fucking how the tones of the music are shaping how you feel about the scene. And I'm just like, just that movie itself was impactful, but to be able to sit back and listen to the music again from an expert's point of view is amazing.
Yeah, this is easily one of the best movies ever made. This is in IMDb's top 5.
Oh, it
if
should
not
be
number 1.
Oh yeah,
like the score, fantastic. The display of performance, like it was incredible.
Right.
And this goes to show you that as an average person watching a prison film, because like it's not the first prison story, because like Les Miserables was like one of the oldest ones I can think of.
Oh yeah.
It's still like it speaks to the soul in a way where it's nothing. Man wants nothing more than freedom.
Yeah, and to see that taken away in front of you, and to see despair displayed in front of you, it's hard.
Horror. To me, I can think of very few things worse than that, because I value my freedom more than almost anything else I have. So I value it more than any possession by far. All right, let's kick it right along. Okay, so September 24th, 1991, Nirvana's Nevermind.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, I knew we'd get around to this.
This is like when we were talking earlier about Metallica's Black Album, this is the same thing where it's like whenever you bring up Nirvana to other people, I think this is the album they think about.
Yeah, like every song has hit radio play pretty much.
Yeah, more or less, because like Come As You Are is on here, and In Bloom, and of course Teen Spirit.
Yeah, I'm like I was going to say.
The marquee one is Teen Spirit.
Oh, every time you say Nirvana, they just think, yeah,
and arguably this isn't my favorite album by them. But and I mean, like, Teen Spirit's a fine song, but I even think it got overplayed.
I don't know about overplayed for me. It's definitely like their iconic song. Like, I feel like Nirvana, just due to the whole tragedy surrounding it, like, and the very short lifespan they had in the limelight, like they were around for what, like 86? Or something like that.
So not even 10 years, 8 years.
Like they only made 8 years of it. So it's like it's so condensed and it was so short that it's like you can't get burnt out on it because that's all they have, It's like what more can you get? What more can you ask for from a band that only had 8 years to create, And like everyone in that, like I would call it a super group, because everyone in that band was really good,
Like, so we have Kurt Cobain, and then Dave Grohl became the second drummer.
Yeah.
Now the bassist, Chris Novoselic, he does a lot of things currently that I like, not musically. Yeah. He's part of like an anti-censorship group that I really like, because I agree with nothing more than anti-censorship. It makes a lot of sense. You shouldn't be able to tell me what I can and can't listen to.
Yeah, it should be up to your own devices. It's like, well, if something comes on your plate and you just see it and you don't like it, then it should be up to you to say it. But it's like, I don't want the server to tell me that I shouldn't get my steak.
Exactly. This is the whole, and oh my God, and Adam Carolla does such a great job of painting this picture that we're catering to the fucking vegans and vegetarians so much that like, that especially in California, that starts to become the norm option. Yeah. And then you have to ask for the meat part. It's just like, why the fuck do we have to keep caring about these people's insensitivities? Right. Like it used to be like if somebody ordered a fucking cheese pizza or a pepperoni pizza or some shit and you were a vegetarian, you'd pick the pepperonis off and still eat it.
There you go.
Now it's like, no, I can't. If you get half cheese, half pepperoni, no, I can't eat it because the meat fumes were in the box and they contaminated my side of the pizza.
Fuck that.
And it's just, oh, for fuck's sakes, like, can't we just be normal fucking people?
See, that's the kind of activism I can get behind, equality through purity, fucking let it be. I'm like,
you should be able to pick and choose what you want to listen to, what you don't want to watch, what you should be able to say.
I call myself a conservative, but I feel like a fucking hippie because I'm the one crying out for fucking freedom. I'm the one saying free love, let it out into the world. And then if they don't like it, they don't listen to it,
Isn't it funny that has become like a right-leaning view?
Jesus, that's fucking...
Where it's like, hey, you're allowed to love whoever you want to love. No, you have to be in love with somebody that's not only a different skin tone than you, maybe even the same gender as you, but they choose a different gender. And
you have to be told who you can love.
You have to be told to be tolerant towards other people. And it's just like, what the fuck? It used to be, stay out of my bedroom, let me fuck whoever I want to fuck. Now it's like, no, you're fucking what do they call it, heteronormative.
Oh yeah,
and you're
cis.
You're a cis.
You're comfortable in your own skin, and that's a negative thing.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Isn't that the same message you're promoting for this body positivity bullshit, where it's like you're comfortable in your own skin? So you're allowed to be comfortable in your own skin if you're in a marginalized group, is what you're saying. But if you're not in a marginalized group, you shouldn't be comfortable in your own skin. You should be fucking freaks or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
I'm with anti-censorship. I'm with just let it out into the world, and fucking people can pick and choose. I can run into the field and grab the orange that I want and not the apple.
Yeah, let me fucking make my own decisions, and if I don't like what I'm watching or listening to, I can change the channel.
And don't fucking, hey, here's a fun thing. Don't shame me for choosing not to fucking listen to your bullshit,
Yeah. So,
but no, good for him.
Yeah.
But Nirvana itself.
Man. Okay. I love the mystery that got wrapped up into this, and I feel like in today's day and age, the whole Kurt Cobain suicide thing wouldn't have gone as far as a conspiracy as it was.
I feel like it still would.
You think so?
Because we're still scrutinizing it now, and there's no answer to it.
Yeah. Because they
maybe forensics would have done a better job and answered a question for us, but as it is, it's like, fuck,
So there's the guy from the Kurt and Courtney DVD, which was like an unlicensed documentary.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I used to think back when I was a kid, like, oh, documentary means that you did some intelligent research, and this isn't going to be a biased fucking thing at all. But now I'm like, oh, now I'm smarter than that, and I know that, oh, this is all bullshit, or this is all bullshit.
Right.
But back in the day when I was a fucking stupid kid, it was the Kurt and Courtney DVD. This guy interviewed this other dude from this band, I forget what the name of the band was, but the guy's name was Il Duce,
Nice.
and their number one song was "I Have a Donkey Dick."
Hell yeah.
And they were the kings of rape rock or something. I think they were called the Monarchs.
I got a donkey dick. It'll make you sick. I got a donkey dick. It's big and thick. I got a donkey dick. It's a hell of a fat. I got a donkey dick.
This guy Il Duce said that he was offered 50 G's from Courtney Love to kill Kurt Cobain, and then he knew who killed Kurt Cobain, but before he could disclose who killed Kurt Cobain, he got so shit-faced drunk, he fell asleep on a train track and got run over by a train.
Holy shit, that's hardcore.
And I'm just like,
I mean,
well, that's the most metal way to die, I think.
That's pretty hardcore, dude. I don't know, man. Like,
so the conspiracy lives on.
To be fair, I mean, if you get drunk at a bar and someone wants to slip you something and then they drag you to the train tracks, who are you to say no? Right.
This used to be how like Snidely Whiplash would kill the women because he would tie them up on a train track.
Fucking hey, except Snidely Whiplash never got away with it. Fucking Courtney Love, the most successful killer of our time.
Oh my god.
Fucking Christ. I don't know. You know what? Like surrounding that, I have no clue. Like Courtney Love is a drug crazy fucking. I don't want to say she's a whore. I don't know how she slept around or not. So I'm not going to put that on her. All right. I'm not going to slut shame that. But I am going to say she's fucking drug crazy fucking hippie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So fucking. But Kurt Cobain himself was not, afraid to imbibe. So it's like he could have easily been under the influence. And like, as all artists are. And he created pretty much emo rock.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. Hole kind of sucked.
I don't know, man. You know who was better? Garbage. Garbage was the better female name.
Yeah, there you go.
But like as far as that controversy goes, I don't know. I could go either way. Like Kurt Cobain definitely seemed like the kind of guy who would hit one too many fucking drugs and just be like, this kind of sucks and just end it. And Courtney Love seems like the fucking crack addicted crazy nut job to fucking put the shotgun in his mouth herself.
Yeah, so it could go
either way, but the fact is that they created a whole genre of music behind them. They created some of my favorite bands.
They created the fucking wearing flannel and worn fucking like the Goodwill fucking pile. They created wearing that on stage.
I mean, it goes in full circles, so that's back around now. Fucking they created that shit. Yeah, I liked it better back then.
I absolutely did too.
I like the disaffected youth rather than the outraged fucking whatever the fucking hypocrites.
Yeah, okay. So we've gone kind of long, but I do want to talk about this last one. So September 25th, 2007, Halo 3 releases.
Holy shit.
And I'm just like, I don't want to spend as long on this, even though I love this probably more, arguably more than everything else on this list. This fucking game was the pinnacle of fucking online gaming for me.
Which one was this one? What did this one add?
This one added everything, Max. This one added the tools you can use, so like bubble shield, power drainer, radar jammer, the green fucking health regenerator, right? This one added the Spartan laser, which we call a laser.
Oh yeah, real original.
This one was the first one that had auto lock with the rockets.
Oh,
so
fuck.
if you were in a vehicle, this one used to auto lock.
That's right. Oh man, I did enjoy this one.
This one added everything, Max. This was the best of all of them.
Because I think Halo 1 and I think pistol. I think
this
pistol
one
all the way. Halo 2, I think dual wielding, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
That's what it added was dual
and
wielding.
then Halo
this one
3 was everything.
Everything.
Okay.
This was your battle rifle. This was your Spartan laser. This was your everything.
Oh yeah.
Right? Everybody got pissed when they downshifted the Needler from dual wield to single wield.
Yeah.
But the Needler did better tracking in this one.
Oh yeah.
Because in the other one it didn't track as well. This one it had like auto lock.
Yeah, I remember fucking playing Halo 2 and I picked up Needler because I wanted to be a cool guy, and it's like, well, this is shit to use because I have to lead so hard.
Yeah.
And then in fucking 3, it's like, I'm going to be the cool guy and I'm going to pick up the Needler because fuck you. I'm going to needle your ass, and then I'm going to switch to the battle rifle to just get that pop.
And this is the one that had, I think this is the one that had hijacking too. So if somebody was in a vehicle, you could GTA them out of the vehicle.
Shit. See, like that
was a huge deal. I remember seeing that on E3 and I was like, oh my God.
See, I never went to pro leagues like you, but I remember playing online a bunch, and that was my jam right there. It's like, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm running for the shotgun and I'm just going to hijack the first fucker to jump in a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to kick him out and run him down, jump out, grab the shotty. Oh, it was a fun game.
This one was the start of BTB.
Yeah.
So this is the first 16v16.
That's exactly why I played this one. Because
I hated it because it was 16v16.
See, I entered the military around this time. This was in its stride. Yeah, this was in its stride. So fucking, I was in the military by this time. And as soon as I heard there was big team battles, this was 16v16, and I'm like, this sounds amazing. And I played it and I'm like, this is amazing. It's fucking chaotic. Everyone's fucking throwing rockets. That is the shit that made me love first person shooters again. Fucking, that's why I always, like, I picked up Call of Duty afterwards, hoping for that, you know?
It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. And I fucking, that's why I was willing to try out like Fortnite and these fucking PUBG and shit. I give it a shot. It's not the same. But that's all I want. I want the 16-16. I want the fucking crazy ass, no one knows who's going to win because everyone's doing stupid shit maps.
Yeah, I fucking loved it. And then it wasn't all just Slayer, because like BTB could mean like capture the flag.
Yup.
Oh man.
Oh
man.
You see one dude running and you see like 3 vehicles coming at his ass. You see rockets flying in. You see the fucking contrails from the sniper rifle. Oh man, that was a fun.
This one
game.
was the same. Like, you wouldn't have Fortnite. You wouldn't have Fork Knife if it wasn't for Halo 3, because this was the first one that also had sandboxing too.
Yeah.
So you could fucking make your own custom map.
Oh, man.
Forge was on Halo 3 also.
That's right.
Like,
fucking
Halo 3 is as big as it fucking got for me.
Dumbass zombie maps, or fucking everyone has swords and we're all on floating platforms, and the only way to get to the other platform is by sword dashing to the other dude.
I love the fact that they gave the swords ammo in this one too, because it's like, oh, you fucking, if you use it too much, it runs out.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, sort of. I mean, like,
it's using an energy beam. It's an energy weapon. It's like, yeah, it's going to run out of battery. Come on.
Yeah, I was thinking more, and in practical terms, I was thinking more along the lines of, if you use a sword too much, it dulls out.
Yeah, that's what
I mean. I'm like, oh, I like this. And then, little known fact, if you melee instead of squeezing R trigger with the sword, you turn the auto lock off.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know why you would do that with the sword, but because sword gave you like a guided lunge.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you melee instead of R trigger, it would just flail it around instead.
It was faster.
It was faster. I think I would just go with the one strike, because
Right.
my most effective times with the sword was always like one strike
There you
instead of
go.
like
It's like
hacking in the air.
You're 5 feet away. Let me dash and kill you.
Yeah, I would rather do that rather than just like doing the Ginsu knife at everybody.
Right. Like, to be fair, there was no dodge move in that game. So it's just like, well, if he's slashing at me with the sword, I'm dead. But if he's going to fucking smack me in the face with it, then I can shoot him in the back. Whatever. That was a great game. Fucking, I have a blurred memory of all the Halos coalescing. And every time it comes up in this timeline, I'm just like, oh yeah, this was the good one for this. You know? Yeah.
So,
fucking big team battle.
all right. So let's call that, and then we'll go into some Scumbag Stupid news real quick,
Hey,
and
rest.
then we'll call it for the day. Okay.
All right.
Scumbag Stupid News.
So Scumbag Stupid news. So Kylie Jenner adds milk to cereal for the first time. I knew these fuckers weren't human. Everybody by the age of 4 has added milk to cereal, but I mean I was still doing it by the age of 24.
Right.
So
Fucking rich people.
So Cathay Pacific Airlines spells name incorrectly on the side of one of their planes, forgets to put an F in Pacific. In other words, I'm recently fired from Cathay Pacific Airlines. In the world of diss tracks, Snoop Dogg drops the latest 5-word slam to Kanye West and the president. Fuck you and fuck him.
I mean, from Snoop Dogg, that's all you need.
The genius of this is that the two are interchangeable. So the NFL is trying to appeal to the ordinary housewife this year by having Maroon 5 play the Super Bowl halftime show.
I got nothing for that.
Oh,
It's
man,
just-
okay.
They haven't had a hit in how many years, so who the fuck cares?
Bert and Ernie have had one hell of a year. The puppet duo recently was outed as gay, and now they're being accused of leaking information to Russia. According to Sesame Street's Twitter, they have no connections with Comrade Putin.
Oh, God.
In ultra-consumer news, triathlete goes on a fish bender and does an all-you-can-eat sushi, gets banned after eating 18 pounds of raw fish. I haven't seen mercury poisoning like this since kids were eating thermometers.
Hey.
In shocking news, Browns win first game in 635 days, and President of Vietnam, Tran Dai Quan, dies. He said he would pass in peace after seeing a miracle. The Browns win.
Get wrecked, Browns.
Terminal patient gets the early release of the Super Smash Brothers game. Now the question is really which came first, the cancer or the game?
Hey.
And to wrap it all up, 74-year-old man is found sitting on couch. Okay, at the senior facility. Okay. That senior facility burnt down. And 5 days later, they find him sitting on the couch.
What a beast.
He's still alive.
Fucking Christ.
And he is chilling in the TV room.
I want to shake his hand. I want to hang out with that dude.
Yeah, he was apparently this guy's a meme lord, but yeah, like he was found sitting on the couch just trying to watch TV, and when the firefighters found him, he was asking why the TV didn't work. I was like, what a fucking monster.
Oh, man. He's like, give me the phone. I'm going to yell at the cable company.
Yeah. So like I guess that'll be it for the Scumbag and Friends show. If you want to do us a favor, like us, retweet us, subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Love us.
Tweet at us at the Scumbag Show.
Yeah, do it.
You got anything else to add?
I love you all and good night.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say a relationship is the only kind of ship you can sink with a glory hole.
Hey.